Brahmana cursed because Parikshit Maharaj was thirsty and he expected. He went inside the cave. He was very thirsty. He was hunting in the forest. So he expected that the tapasvi, the Brahmana, should immediately get up and become the king. But the tapasvi was very much involved in his meditation. So Parikshit Maharaj somehow or the other, he took a snake, a dead snake, and put on the neck of the Brahmana. So that he will also be killed by a snake. Now, when the Brahmana woke up, the father of the son, Shringi, when he woke up, when he came out of his meditation, when he came to, when he realized that his son has cursed the king, he was very upset. Why you curse the king? This was not we are supposed to do. The emperor should not be cursed. Whatever happened, whatever he did, but we should not curse the emperor. And like that, it happened. But the emperor Parikshit, he didn't refuse the fact it has happened to me. He actually planned the event because Parikshit Maharaj was the last king before Kali Yuga. So to let Kali Yuga to enter in people's lives, it was very important that Parikshit Maharaj should die. Because till the time Parikshit Maharaj, an emperor like Parikshit Maharaj is there on the planet, Kali Yuga cannot enter. Because to Kali Yuga to enter, there should be cow killing. There should be, intoxication. So the Lord, the Supreme Lord, he planned in such a way that Parikshit acted in a very irreasonable way, which he should not have acted. But he acted in that way because the Lord, Supreme Lord, wanted. So it was the desire of the Supreme Lord that Parikshit should die now. So that's why he did something like that, and the Brahmana also cursed like that. And it is said that from that time, from the time of Shringi, the fall down of Brahmanas started. Because Brahmanas, they started misusing their power to curse that Brahmanas are not performing their duty. Nobody is performing their duty. What to say of Brahmanas? So, but it was a planned event so that the king should be killed. And the king respected that whatever has happened, it has happened by the will of the Lord. So I'll accept it. And he not only accepted, he took it as a favor. That the Lord has favored me. He has blessed me. That he has given me this death. That he is teaching me a lesson. So that in the future, not only to me, but also to the future, that nobody should try to offend Vedic culture, to offend a Brahmana. So he accepted in that way. Then he says, while the king was just repenting, he received news of his imminent death, which would be due to the bite of a snake bird, occasioned by the curse spoken by the sage son. The king accepted this as good news, for it would be the cause of his indifference towards worldly things. And it is said, Nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam. Virakti karanam. He took the curse as a cause for his detachment to worldly things. Because generally we see that till that time, people are in a very healthy state, in a very protected, healthy state, and where everything is very nice. They will not like to take to Krishna consciousness. Will they like to take to Krishna consciousness? No. When people suffer, when people get some hard kick from the nature or from relatives or some friends or due to some loss of some wealth, when they get some hard kick, then they realize, oh, there is something above me also. Otherwise, people are just busy in their own planning. Keep planning after planning. They don't really desire that there is a supreme planner or a very weak. Until unless it matches with the God's plan, our plan won't be successful. But when the Supreme Lord punishes us, then we realize. Right? So now the king is saying that this Takshakanalam, this snake bird, which is going to devour me with the fire. No, the snake bird is going to devour the king with the fire from his mouth. So Takshakanalam prasaktasya virakti karanam. That this fire with the prasaktasya, my attachment will be destroyed. And because of the snake and virakti karanam, it will be the cause of my virakti. Virakti means detachment. Detachment from worldly things. Because now I'm a king. Now I'm attached to this palace, queens, children, all the opulences. Now, but because of this death, upcoming death, now I'll be able to detach myself. Because now there is no option. Now, if I say you are going to die, who will accept? Nobody will accept. Well, oh, a lot of time is there, so why you are unnecessarily bothering us? There's so much time. Let me go to gym and let me build some muscles and let me attract some woman. There's so much time is there. But if I tell you, will you be able to attract good? These are the situation now. But the moment I say 7 years, okay, time is there. The moment I say 70 years, okay, time is there. Right? But the fact is, intelligent person should understand that 7 days, 7 years, or 70 years. The fact is that we are going to die. We are going to die. Is there any doubt in this? Does it make a difference? 7 days, 7 years, or 70 years? Doesn't make much difference. We are going to die. So you have to prepare for it. And if you have more time, prepare nicely. Not that waste it. Does that mean that, okay, I have time to waste it? Does that mean like that? No, I travel in train, I come in train. So when I go to Bhopal and from Bhopal around me, and all those people, they'll pass 24 hours, but they'll not bother to say Hare Krishna. If I tell them, sir, you are sitting idle, let us come together and chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. How many people will agree? 1, 2, 3, nobody. They'll sit idle whole day. Whole day they'll watch outside of the window. They'll watch the birds, the trees, and they talk all nonsense. And the Chennai Super Kings, wow, how much they scored, and Kolkata, the team, and Delhi Capitals. These names I came to know in the train. Because everywhere this thing is going on. So even though Okay. So now we'll go here. 14. Maharaj Parikshit, now your duration of life is limited to 7 more days. So during this time, you can perform all those rituals which are needed for the best purpose of your next life. 14. At the last stage of one's life, one should be bold enough to not to be afraid of death, but one must cut off all attachment to the material body and everything pertaining to it and all desires thereof. So now at the time of death, the rishis who have accumulated to help the emperor, they are recommending him that one should be bold enough not to be afraid of death, and one must cut off all attachment to the material body because now the body is going to die, and whatever was very loving and very watchful, which we seem very watchful, now has seemed to be very worthless because the body itself is going to die. Credit to everything, right? This person is not so dear to me. Why? Because he's not related to my body. He is very dear to me because he's my brother. He's dear to me. Why? He is related to the body. Because my body and his body are connected. We came together. This person is very dear to me because he's my father. And this person is not dear to me. Because I don't know him. So everything dear, everything love dependent on the body. But when the body in itself must cut off all attachment to the material body and effort. One should leave home and practice self-control. In a sacred place, he should bathe regularly and sit down in a lonely place duly sanctified. You know, this is what Parikshit did. He left his kingdom, he came to the forest, and he sat down on the bank of the Ganges and he started meditating on the Supreme Lord. Mm. Something else is coming. तस्यैव मेघस्य परावरेशो व्यासचित्तस्य गृहेषु वीक्षणम् निर्वेदमूलो निजशापरूपो यत्र प्रसक्तो भयमाशु धत्ते. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of both the transcendental and the mundane worlds, has graciously overtaken me in the form of Brahmanas due to my being attached to the family life. The Lord, in order to save me, has appeared before me in such a way that only out of fear I'll detach myself from the world. You know? So he's taking because I was attached to my worldly opulence that he has given me this benediction of death, so that I'll realize that what is important for me. Oh Brahmanas, just accept me as a completely surrendered soul and let Mother accept me in that way. For I have already taken the lotus feet of the Lord into my heart. Uh, So this is a very famous verse. So we'll read together. You are able to hear it? You see it? Is visible? So we'll recite together. It's a very beautiful shlok. Tammopayatam pratiyantu vipra. Tammopayatam pratiyantu vipra. Ganga cha devi dhrita chittamishe. Dijopasashta kokastakshako va. Dashatvalanayata Vishnugatha. So now we can see that what he's saying, the Tammopayatum Pratiyantu Vipra. That Brahmana, that Shringi, whatever he has created, Dijo Upasasta, that Dij, that Brahmana, he has created, whatever he has created, that illusionary bird which can emit fire from its mouth, the snake bird, Takshako, its name is Takshak. Let that Brahmana, whatever he has created, let it come and let it bite me. Dashak, no, the dasna, that word is dasat alam. But what I'll do, I'll keep singing alam gayata Vishnu. You see the last word? Gayata Vishnu Gatha. I'll keep singing the glories of Vishnu. So this is the mood, how one can reach the state of fearlessness. Only by surrendering to the lotus feet of Vishnu. Why he's not afraid that he's going to die? Why? Because he's satisfied that anyhow I can sing Vishnu Gatha, I can sing about the glories of the Supreme Lord. What is the problem? I'm singing now, I'll sing this 7 days, and I'll sing at the time of death also. The Supreme Lord, whatever he wants, he will take care. But if this warning of death would not have been there, then is there anybody who will be ready to sing Vishnu Gatha? No. Because now this snake bird has come to kill. And that's why now he's thanking the Lord. Thanks. Whatever the Supreme Lord has sent, I'm very thankful to him because of this imminent news of death. Now I'm able to sing Vishnu Gatha. Otherwise, I'll be absorbed in my worldly things. So how one can reach to this fearlessness? Punasya bhuyan bhagavatanante rati prasangasya tad ashayeshu mahatsu yam upayami sistin natrasu sarvatra namo divibhyah. Again, offering every senses unto all you Brahmanas, I pray that if I should again take my birth in the material world, I will have complete attachment to the ultimate, unlimited Lord Krishna. Association with his devotees and friendly relations with all living beings. So if we have this desire, then we will also be fearless of death. What desire? That let me have complete attachment to the unlimited Supreme Lord Krishna. Why we are afraid of death? Because we are afraid of losing something. Why? Why we are afraid of losing something? Because we are artificially trying to possess something which we cannot possess, which doesn't belong to us. And artificially we're trying. That's why we're always afraid that we lose. If something belongs to us, if we are rightful on something, we will be afraid. Because we are artificially trying to possess the property of Lord. This is my life, this is my house, this is my bungalow. This is all God's property. It doesn't belong to us. called complete attachment. Nothing belongs to me. Idam Vaishnava, idam na mama. Everything is for the service of Vishnu. Doesn't belong to me. This is called complete surrender. And association with devotees, and we should pray for associating with the devotees, because the devotees are busy in the same for the same purpose, in relation with all living beings. In that way, we'll be able to Hmm. Now, when when Rishis Maharaj thinking all these things, when he was sitting on the banks of Ganges with all the rishis, suddenly at that moment, तत्र भवन् भगवान् व्यासपुत्रो यदृच्छयागामात्मनो अलक्षलिङ्गो निजलाभतुष्टो वितशबालैरवधूतवेषः. You see, the great saint Sukdev Goswami entered into the scene. When Parikshit Maharaj was ready to die, sitting Bhagwan. Can anybody tell? Any other answer? He is Vyasputra, Sukdev. Because pure devotees of the Bhagwan, they carry the supreme Bhagwan in their heart. So they are, no, even though they are not Bhagwan, but the supreme Lord is sitting in his heart, directly manifesting in his own existence. So what he speaks, it is everything, whatever he does, it is all guided by the supreme Bhagwan, supreme Lord. So that's why he is respected as Bhagwan, because he's as good as Bhagwan. Needs to be satisfied. Like worldly mind needs worldly things to be satisfied, but the same thing else to be satisfied. And Avinash Bhaver Avadhuta Vesha, he was surrounded by small kids when he came. And they were laughing and throwing stones at him when he came. They thought that he's a madman. Dust, mud. People, the sadhus, very and very guided by the Supreme Lord. And Krishna is a great devotee of the Supreme Lord. And Sukadeva Goswami is a great devotee of the Supreme Lord. So both the devotees were guided by the Supreme Lord, by the Paramatma inside the heart, guided Sukadeva Goswami that go on the bank of Ganges. There's something great to be done. So in this way, Sukadeva Goswami appeared. And then Parikshit Maharaj asked a wonderful question to Sukadeva Goswami. So we'll just see that. What you're supposed to do. And especially for one is about to die because he's going to die. श्रोतव्यम अथो जप्यम यत् कर्तव्यम विवि प्रभो स्मर्तव्यम भजनीयम वा ब्रूहि यद्वा विपर्यम. What I should hear, yes, shrotavyam. Shrotavyam means hearing. What I should hear, what I should chant, what I should do, kartavyam, what is my duty. Maybe Prabhu, smartam, what I should remember, what I should chant, bhajan. And what is the best thing to be heard? What is the best thing to be said? What is the best thing to be chanted? Right? I think this is not the best thing. This is those people who have a lot of time, maybe. But who has a lot of time? Do you have a lot of time? No, we don't know anybody. Can anybody say that I live for 70 years? Can anybody say raise your hands that you are so sure? Can anybody say that you live for the next 7 days? Nobody can say. But Ajit was aware that at least he will live 7 days. Can we say that we will live for 7 days? We don't know. Right? When I was studying in VIT, at that time there were a news came. The student he was playing for basketball. He came in his room and suddenly died. And some excuse was given that some heart attack or this attack, that attack. But why not anybody else? Why only him? Right? He was playing football, basketball, nobody died, and this person died. We don't know what will happen next in the next hour. And so it's a very urgent need of the hour that we should ask this question that what we should hear, what we should chant, what we should remember, and what we should worship. Otherwise, we'll waste our time watching some stupid IPL and stupid some cricket match and some stupid stars dancing on the screen, doing some stupid actions. Why? Why? What is the necessity? Do we don't have it? Do we not have something substantial to do in our life? We are watching those stupid men and women dancing on the screen. Do we not have any substantial thing in our life? Is our life so worthless? Do we don't have any meaning in our life, purpose in our life? That we're just wasting our life simply knowing that we are all going to have very imminent danger, death is coming. So this is a very precarious condition, pathetic condition. So you see how Mhm. So the Sukadeva Goswami, who was sitting there, to whom Parikshit Maharaj asked this question, now he replies, श्रोतव्यादिनी राजेंद्र नृणाम संति सहस्रश अपश्यताम आत्मतत्वम गृहेषु गृहमेधिनाम. He says that Shrotavyadin, because the question was, yes, Shrotavyam, yes, Shrotavyam, what I should hear. When Shukdev Goswami said that Shrotavyadini Rajendra Sahasrashah, there are unlimited number of topics which you can hear in your life. Is there any limitation to that? There every day there are bundles of newspapers coming, and you can keep on reading that, and you'll not be able to finish. Pradhan Mantri Modi did this, Arun Jaitley died, and Kalpana Chawla died, and this took birth, and that died. Keep on going. You cannot finish it. So there are Ninam Santi Sahasrashah. So don't bother about this current affairs. There is no current affairs. It's the same old affairs. There are no current affairs. People are taking birth, people are doing that. It is the same eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Is there any current thing, new thing happening? All the time you keep on searching what news. News means something new. Is there something new? Same eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. What is new in that? The style has changed. The fashion has changed. But whatever fashion it is the same eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So why you want to hear the same thing again and again? The Shuddha Goswami says, these thousands and thousands of things are to be heard by apashyatam atma tattvam, those who have not seen the reality of their own self. Apashyatam. Pashyatam means seeing. Apashyatam means not seeing. What they are not seeing? Are they blind? Do people don't have eyes? People have eyes. But why it is said that they are not able to see? What they are not able to see? Atma Tattvam, reality of their own self. They are blind. They don't know the reality of their own life. That who are they? They consider themselves Yashatma Buddhi Kunape Tridhatuke. That I am a bag of these three elements, Kaph, Pit, and Vayu. And according to Ayurveda, the body is made up of three elements, Kaph, Pit, and Vayu. So who am I? I am this bag of Punapeti Dhatuke, Sadhi Kalatra Dishubhome. I am taken birth on this land belongs to me. Sadhi, Kalatra, this wife belongs to me. And this children belongs to me because they have come from my body. So I am this body, these relations are mine. So this is the identification of a person who has not seen the reality of his own self. That is not this body. He is different from this body. He is beyond this body. Who is he? He is the soul. He is part and parcel of God. Apashyatam. But the normal man, common man, he has not seen the reality of his own self. And griheshu grihamedina. He is just absorbed in the household affairs, homely household affairs. And very soon, the imminent danger of death is going to knock the house, the door. Then, this is the final shloka we'll discuss and then we'll end. So here he says, thus Tasmad Bharat Sarvatma Ikchatabhyam. He says, if you want to have the last word you're saying, has fearlessness, what he should remember, what he should chant, how he should live his life. That's what the Yat Shrotavyam, Atho Japyam, Yat Kartavyam. What should be my duty? What should I chant? What should I remember? He says here, Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma. Oh, descendant of Bharat. He's descendant of Bharat. So he said, Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishwaro Hari. Sarvatma. We have an Atma, but there is the Supreme Lord Krishna is the Atma of our Atma, right? We have Atma. The most dear thing is Atma. But the Supreme Lord is the dear to our dear self. Right? Our self is very dear to us, but the Supreme Lord is very dear to our dear self also. And he is called Sarvatma. He is the most dearest object of all the Atmas. Right? We all are searching for the Supreme Lord. Like Parikshit, he was searching for the Supreme Lord. We are also searching for the Supreme Lord. We don't know. But unknowingly we are searching. We want that supreme beautiful, supremely attractive, supreme powerful, right? We are searching for those persons. No? That's why we go in YouTube, we search for the supreme beautiful, but somebody else's photo comes. But we want to see Krishna. But people are cheating us. They are showing some film star. Yes, you want to see some most powerful, somebody else comes. Nobody is showing us Krishna. Nobody is revealing to us that no, Krishna is the supreme powerful. Krishna is the supreme beautiful. Krishna is the supreme wealthy. Some Ambani rascal comes and some Adani comes who are cheating people and making money. But nobody is saying that no, they may be Karorpati and Arabpati, but Krishna is Lakshmipati. You know? So I want to see Lakshmipati, to whom all the wealth belongs. But the rascal news channel shows another rascal person. Right? They're not showing the real person. Who is the real person? Krishna. Paramahuman. He is the supreme person, supreme object of our worship. So because of lack of our awareness, lack of our knowledge of who is that supremely attractive, supremely knowledgeable, supremely beautiful, supremely wealthy, we don't know. And taking advantage of that, the capitalist is cheating us, the teacher is cheating us, the college teacher is cheating us, capitalist, the industrialist, the family members, everybody is cheating. Nobody is telling us. Bhagavatam is telling us. Shukdev Maharishi will tell us. He is not, because he is disinterested, he is not interested in worldly things. He is our well-being, because he doesn't want anything from us. Because he isn't interested in anything. So he can give us our real way. What he is saying, that Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishwaro Hari, that Sarvatma, the most dearest object of all the Atmas, he is the Bhagavan, he is the supreme controller, Ishwaro, and he is who is Hari. His name is Hari. So, Shrotavya Pititavya Smartavya. So what you should do? You should hear about him. Shrotavya. Kirtita, you should talk about him. Kirtita. Smartavya, you should remember him. Why you don't remember him? Why you don't remember why you remembering? Why not Krishna? This is the problem. No, we are remembering so many things. We are talking so many things. But is Krishna not worth to be discussed? Right? Are those worldly objects more worthy to be discussed? Is it? No. So, for one who desires fearlessness, Smartavya sa ikchata abhyam. But it is for those who want to become fearless of death, who want to become fearless of this repeated cycle of birth and death, who have become accustomed to live in this fear and this anxiety. So they can go on. They have become more or less like animals. They are accustomed to that. They cannot inquire. But if we have the awareness to inquire that how we can become fearless of death, how we can become fearless of repeated cycle of birth and death, then what we should do? 3 things. Shrotavya, Kirtitavya, and Smartavya. We should hear about Krishna, we should talk about Krishna, and we should remember Krishna. And what we are doing? hearing about Krishna, right? And I am talking about Krishna. And after going from here, what you have to do? Huh? Remember Krishna. Because if you hear about Krishna, then your next step will be remember Krishna. And next step will be talking about Krishna. But if you hear about IPL or some film star, then you will talk about IPL and some film star. And you remember some IPL officer, and then you will become some IPL cricketer in next life. Somebody may be very excited. Yes, is it really? It's not a good life. Don't think it's a good life. It's a wasteful life. You're just kicking some ball, some bat and ball. What is so great in that? Some simply passing time, and some other few lakhs of people, stupid people, they are watching that. See the level of stupidity. Somebody is kicking some ball, and we are so excited. And we're like, wow, how he kicked, how he's great superstar is. What is so great in that? What is so great in that? No, this is great. What is the question? This is being asked. And what is the perfection of life for one who is going to die? See, such a great question. We all are going to die. What is the perfection of life? What is the most perfect thing to be heard, to be chanted, and to be remembered for one who is going to die? See, the level of intellectualism. Is there anybody asking? Nobody is asking. So here, this is a platform, this is a discussion for those who desire fearlessness. This is the science of the Bhagavatam, the science of Bhagavad Gita is the science of fearlessness. So if you want to become fearless, that's why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Evam Rajrishayo Vidu, that this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, I gave all the Rajrishis, all the saintly kings. This knowledge of Bhagavad Gita was being received through the saintly kings. The kings were the first people who are supposed to understand Bhagavad Gita. They are the kings. They should first understand Bhagavad Gita. Because if they behave as per the instructions of Bhagavad Gita, the rest everybody will follow. Right or not? So we have to become leaders of the society. We have to guide the society. We should not become victims. Now Krishna has chosen us. Now Krishna has chosen us. He is giving us this knowledge. So behave like a warrior. Learn the science of fearlessness and become fearless and preach about Krishna. Aggressively we have to put Krishna in front of everybody aggressively. We should not hide Krishna. He is God. Why he should be hidden? He is God. We have to put him in front of everybody aggressively. We have to, but before that, we have to properly empower ourselves. Right? We have to properly empower. Learn the science of Bhagavad Gita. Read Bhagavad Gita. We have made this beautiful library there. So the whole Bhagavatam is kept there. So you study. The whole Chaitanya Charitamrita is kept there. You study. So many books are there. Study. Understand? Is there any doubt? You have any doubt? You come and ask. You challenge me. I defeat you. I challenge you. It's open challenge. You come. If you have any doubt, if you are so powerful, you come. We will see. If you have any doubt, if I cannot answer. Now, this is not my arrogance. This is my confidence. But the knowledge which I have received from my Guru, this is my confidence on my Guru, that whatever my Guru has given, it is infallible. It cannot be defeated. We have faith on Sukadeva Goswami. Right? Can anybody defeat Sukadeva Goswami? Can anybody say he's so intelligent that he can defeat Sukadeva Goswami and Ved Vyas? Nobody can. So we have confidence on Sukadeva Goswami. So you come, and if you have any doubt, you come. we'll discuss. Why you want to become coward? You need to face the reality. You're running away from the reality. Face the reality. है ना? If anybody has any question, you can ask. Challenges, questions, protests. How can you say like that? I am a fan of who? Chennai Super Kings, Kolkata Knight Riders. So stop all these stupid things. And even if you cannot stop it, at least start doing something reasonable, something meaningful. Gradually, when you feel the taste of this, then you will like to stop doing all those things. Because anyhow, life is now empty, so you don't feel like that. But you start doing something meaningful, something reasonable, then you will feel the taste. Okay? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील सुखदेव गोस्वामी की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna. So we'll have Kirtan now, and then we'll have Prashant.